It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we'll see the Antlers rock it on quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Antlers and the Elks, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Elks of Anchorage taking on the Antlers of San Antonio. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gunn along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it's much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably... Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing on 1st down, Kramer. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 6th touchdown of the season. And the Antlers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Kramer in trouble, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Elks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back out comes San Antonio. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kramer. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to the 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kramer. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harrison. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Kramer. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Kramer. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back out comes San Antonio. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Kramer. This is Smith with a grab. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Kramer. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Antlers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now for the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this 1st half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Elks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. One more go for this offense in the 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Kramer. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Kramer, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, and that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We get started out in the 50th state, the island of Hawaii, in Honolulu. And it's the River Hogs who are out in front. The River Hogs looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The Bisons will need to run the table and get help to be a playoff team, but they remain alive as they move to 5-8 on the year.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
To throw on second down, Kramer. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. Back out comes San Antonio. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 62 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. On 1st down, Kramer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Kramer. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Looking to throw. Kramer. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, Kramer. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kramer over the middle. He'll get it to Harrison. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Off the bootleg. Kramer. This will be caught at about the 5. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And it'll be intercepted. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Kramer. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Kramer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Kramer. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, Kramer. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Antlers Antlers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Elks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Operating from the gun, Kramer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Operating from the gun, Kramer. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Kramer. Under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Kramer. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Elks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back out comes San Antonio. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Kramer. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And some space here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Anchorage, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Are you looking for high-quality simulation football action? Then look no further than the greatest gridiron. Our league consists of 32 relocated franchises from around the world. We are the World Games of Simulation Football, where teams from all over the globe will compete on the greatest of gridirons. Hone your skills as a player or a member of a franchise coaching staff. Compete yearly for our illustrious Global Bowl, awards, accolades, and bragging rights as you climb the ladder of success and greatness. Are you a pro or just an average Joe? The Greatest Gridiron is looking for dedicated and passionate people to help build a league that emphasizes on trust, loyalty, and respect. Look at you. What makes you so great? This is the Greatest Gridiron, where you can't stop greatness. Take flight. Take flight.